Thank you so much for being able to meet with me. Me and
Of course.
OLI are collaborating just for a project, and we're interviewing 15 of the past alumni to celebrate 15 years of OLI. All right.
Awesome.
Would you mind starting with a quick introduction of yourself?
Yeah, my name is Carly Edgar, 25 years old, living in Calgary right now.
And which program did you participate in with OLI?
The dance program and the Future Leaders.
And how old were you at the time?
Oh, I was about 17, 16.
It's been some time.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
What can you say about your experience with OLI?
It was amazing. My experience with OLI was like life-changing. I still to this day like love that group.
So you live in Calgary now. Where did you live at the time when you were first when you first came into contact with OLI?
I was living in Greenville, BC.
Okay, wow. That's quite the move.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah. So did you get to go to Toronto with OLI?
I did twice.
Yeah. Was that your first time visiting Toronto?
Yes, it was.
What was that like for you to be able to go across the country?
It was different. Definitely a different experience, especially with my friends. Like going there, it was just us four. Like we didn't have any adults to accompany us, so it's definitely an experience to say. But it was awesome. Like I love Toronto. It's a little humid though in the winter. I mean the summer.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I remember, so you choreographed your own dance with your group of friends, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember they made special note of that. They were like, "Oh my God, Carly, she's a great dancer." I was like, "Okay."
That's awesome. It's good to hear.
So would you be okay with just going over like how you think OLI shaped you? Like, could you notice a difference in yourself before compared to after the program?
Definitely. I definitely did notice a difference. It made me more accountable, especially when it comes to school and everything like that. And it definitely puts some exercise back into my life, which was nice.
Yeah. And one thing I wanted to ask you about was, as a repeat for going through OLI on multiple occasions, what would you say about your second time experience as compared to the first?
It was a little more easy. I was definitely more comfortable with just even going on stage because I've never done that before.
Yeah.
So it was definitely more comfortable the second time around.
Yeah. And is it a repeatable program? Like, would you recommend people to do it more than once?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Like as many times as you can do it.
And what would you say to somebody who would be considering doing the program, like who hasn't even heard of OLI before?
I would tell them that it's an amazing program and that if you can do it, suggest it to anyone you can. It definitely changes you as a person, just more accountability, more exercise, actually doing a routine in life.
Yeah, for sure. So were you familiar with OLI prior to your participation in the program?
No, I had never heard of it before.
And what were your first initial thoughts when you first started the program?
I thought it was a little different. Like it was weird. I've never been in like a dance program or never been like asked to do that, anything like that. So it was cool. It was a cool experience. We started with like a lot of people and then dropped down because it was so like, I guess, rigorous in the dances and the rehearsals and stuff. But yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah. And then that change that you felt throughout the program, do you think that came with kind of just learning to go with it and kind of embrace who you are and kind of learn that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like go with the flow, just kind of like embracing whatever is put your way.
Yeah, I had the same experience with my OLI. I wasn't part of the dance. I was actually part of the business boot camp, but I kind of remember that
Okay.
they were very like fostering of individuality, I found. So then once I
Yes,
looked into it,
very.
I found that it worked a lot better with the program.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you make any connections with OLI, and do you still have them to this day?
I do. A couple of the people that I was dancing with in that, very few, like maybe two, I do actually still talk to this day.
And what would you like to say to OLI?
You guys are awesome. Keep up the good work.
All right. Thank you for spending some time with me today. I really
Of
appreciate
course,
it.
no worries.